guys got to show us?
Well, we got some interesting products from 3M that are pretty amazing.
Oh, great.
First of all, one of them is,
You guys always show us good stuff, by the way.
Good. We like
Yeah,
to. We like
Maria
to hear
always
that.
comes in and she shows us good
Oh,
stuff.
thanks,
And we
Peter.
appreciate that, by the way.
Thank you.
but
Thank
this
you.
is a very unique system. No one else here has it actually, and what makes this so unique is the fact that these have replaceable heads. This is actually a spray apparatus that you can use for paint,
Yeah.
painting
adhesives, any type of product that's more in the
Well, we
liquid
spray a lot
form,
of
you can spray.
lacquer,
Oh, excellent. Okay.
primer, of course. Okay, I mean, you guys supply us all our belts,
Correct. Mm-hmm.
so,
Yep.
You
so
guys,
something like this, can we put it on I mean, how would I use this outside? Inside, we do a lot of, we're automated,
Okay.
but something like that on the outside would work with a compressor?
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, question to you is, does your team, how do they like cleaning up guns and spray?
Well, I mean, we clean up after every job.
Is that something that they like to do?
No, of course, nobody
No.
likes to do it, right? Of
I was
course.
gonna say
Alright.
no.
And
That's the
time
messy
consuming?
part of the job.
Absolutely.
Any
Sure.
idea roughly how much time it takes?
Well, I mean, a
clean
half
a
hour
gun,
or
clean
so,
system?
we make
Yeah.
sure we have everything clean and ready to use for the next time.
Well, this here, if I could show you, if I can
And
reduce
we
your
normally
cleanup
run
time
lacquer.
to like 2 minutes, is that
Yeah.
something that would interest you?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, so this here is our spray gun. It's the 3M AccuSpray gun. It comes with 5 different atomizing heads for different sizes, which you can utilize for your stains, your lacquers,
Mhm.
and also your adhesives that you might want to be spraying for if you're doing any type of laminates.
Mm-hmm.
So quick cleanup, you got a lid and liner
Right.
inside of here that allows you to spray upside down if that's any interest to get
Yeah.
inside the cabinets. I would
Sure.
believe that's a common thing that people like to do. So yeah, all in one. I'd love to show you guys a
And then can we show?
demonstration with
Excuse
it.
me, Scott. Show
Yeah.
Peter the back. So those are the.
Right.
That's the containers.
This is what we
Yeah.
call a starter kit. The
Mhm.
starter kit is designed so that you can go ahead, try it out, see if it's something that would interest you, and it gives you all the different options, and it allows you to.
So the difference
5.
with the heads is what now?
So notice how they're labeled,
Yeah.
1.4, 1.2, 1.3, that's a
2.
millimeter. So that's the size of the orifice here.
Yeah.
And what that's doing is it's controlling the amount of fluid
Spray.
that would be coming out of the
Okay.
gun.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're doing something very thin like a stain,
Yeah.
you'd be going down into the smaller range because
Right.
you don't want it flooding out.
Sure.
So you would use the smaller sizes, and then you got the 5 options depending on the viscosity of the product that you're using.
Okay.
And Scott, tell, from a PSI perspective, what is the rule of thumb?
So this gun is an HVLP system. It's high volume, low pressure.
Mhm.
It runs maximum you want about 22, 23 pounds coming into it. It's
Mhm.
a 2-to-1 ratio gun. So that what that does is it cuts down the 20 pounds that's coming in,
Mhm.
and it knocks it down to 10 pounds. In order to be compliant, you want to have 10 pounds of air pressure at your air cap, and that's what makes it HVLP.
Okay.
Okay, so this gives you a regulated source where you can keep it at the bottom of the gun,
Mhm.
and it allows you to adjust and spray
Right.
at the pressures you want.
Yeah. I mean, something like that, quite honestly, we do a lot of outside touch-ups.
Yep.
So when we would go to a job site, this would be something,
With the compressor.
That,
Mhm.
yeah.
As long as you're doing touch-ups, you
Yeah.
have to realize that this uses 10 CFM of air.
yeah.
So roughly it's going to be around about a 5 horsepower
Mm-hmm.
air compressor, which is usually a fairly big one.
Okay.
The holding tank.
Yeah.
But if you're doing small touch-up, no problem.
Yeah,
at
we
all.
have a pretty big touch-up coming up. We just landed a big job with the Hilton Hotel.
Oh,
Good
okay,
for
nice.
you.
And
Congrats.
that's starting in January, so something like this is something we want to look at
Mhm.
for that particular job.
And Scott, you can keep, going back to the back, you can keep, if you have adhesives or the lacquer or whatever, and you put this on, you can save it for a while, right? And
Right,
then use
yeah.
everything.
Let's say you had-
We're familiar with the system.
Yeah.
We have
Okay.
something similar to
Similar,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, because then you're not wasting, right? You can save
Just
it.
imagine you have multiple colors for that job.
Yeah.
And this will allow you to keep the colors inside here ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes time you need to switch a color out, you can keep it stored in this container.
Yeah,
Do a quick wash of your head, or even
Yeah.
replace the head, and you're up and running with a brand new,
right,
basically like a brand new head or
Sure.
gun system.
So what kind of adhesive you can spray?
It depends on we do water-based adhesive and also the solvent-based. Okay, and we have a range of it that 3M has to offer that we can run through these guns.
And I can
As
give you
long
that
as it's
list.
not really a high viscosity, a very thick product, then we'd be limited with that.
I think what you're thinking is, see, something like this, we did this today, so we got 3/4 board.
Yep.
And we needed 1.5 board.
Okay.
So 1.5, it would've taken us about 2-3 weeks to get. We didn't have 2-3
Yes.
weeks.
Gotcha.
So we ended up buying 3/4 and we roll it. We roll it with this system here.
Okay.
Then it goes on our press.
Yep.
So I think that I don't think this is the right product for this.
We have some
This
people
is
that
a
are
thick- this is
spraying,
thick.
yeah, it depends
This
on
glue's
how
very
thick
thick.
it is, yeah.
Yeah,
And the nice thing with this too, some of the products we spray through here are very thick, industrial type epoxies and that.
Yeah.
We have a pressurized version that allows you, basically it steals some air from the head here
Okay.
and pressurizes the cup. And
Okay.
those are usually typically for our much thicker products.
Right.
But realize, when you're doing large sheets, in large quantities,
right,
the issue sometimes is we're only dealing with a 1-quart cup is our largest cup,
right,
okay?
okay.
This one's a 22 ounce.
Right, yeah, exactly. To me,
So
it's.
you're limited, yeah.
I
We can
would
give
I
you
would
a
use that
list,
for,
just so you have it. We'll
I would
list
use
the
that more
adhesives.
in the field for touch-up.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
What else you got?
Perfect. Bondo.
Yeah, the one product I wanted to definitely introduce you to is our fillers and glazes.
Sorry.
3M come out with another unique system here, and this is called our dynamic mixing system, okay? And what it does, it works off of cartridges. You look at it, it's like a caulk gun. You have these plungers that come through
Right.
here, okay? And we make many different products that are able to go through here. The ones I grabbed here are our fillers and our glaze. Okay, these are premium products here, and as you can notice, we have the filler product is in this side, and the hardener's over here.
Right,
And what it does is it gets pushed through the gun. It's a pneumatic air system
right,
that will force those plungers out and push the product up through
Right.
a mixing head.
It's a great product.
So this here, we're taking a 2-component product and we're mixing it together. And as you know, the accuracy, right? We have all of us standing here. If I was to ask you to mix up a 50-to-1 ratio mixture, it'd all be all over the board different.
sure.
So this gives us very precise mixing. It also gives us on demand. So that way you're not mixing a lot of extra product and just taking it to the garbage can and throw it away.
Right,
So what will happen, as long as you're within the setup properties of the components, which is about 3 to 5 minutes working time, you can go ahead and you can continue to bump it through this head. And so now if you have a large area that you need to repair, you just could come around here and bounce to all the repair areas and fix
now,
it
once you,
nonstop.
now, does that cartridge go into that gun, just
Yes,
like
it
that?
does. So what you'll do with that is, first step would be, you could do it a couple ways. I usually put the head on first. Some people will purge the cartridge out first to take any air out,
Yeah.
and then they'll attach the head. But what we do is you have the large size and the smaller portion. You just line it up to there, right? And then what you need to do is come in here and align it, wiggle it on, push it down, and you want to make sure there's ears are locked. If you can notice, this one here isn't locked in position,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Yep.
So you want to make sure that that gets locked in because it could get pushed off of there.
So you have very little waste, you have hardly no waste.
No way.
Very, very little waste. The only waste that you'll have here is this, is if you let it go past the 3 to 5
Right,
minute
which is
mark.
no- which
But then
is-
you just push it
which
out,
is
right?
nothing,
Yeah, that's
really, and
tiny compared
Yeah,
to.
absolutely.
And Scott, you just, when that happens, then you just push it out, start again,
The
right?
same system with the Korean.
And the other nice thing about this too is if if you're done for the day, you leave the head on here and you allow it to dry, and then that way when you come back to it, it's fresh. There's
Mhm.
no air inside there, so you won't get that contamination like you'll
Sure.
find inside of a can. So that's another real plus.
Mhm.
So you're using basically all the
That's
product
great.
that you have here. Okay, so now,
And Scott, can you use it multiple times? There's no life on it as long as you keep
correct,
this on,
as long
correct?
as you put a new head on, that's gonna be a part that you're gonna have to pull off and
So
put a
what product
sacrificial
can
part.
go through this gun? What product do you sell that can go into this particular gun?
So we have our fillers, our Platinum Plus, our Platinum filler. We have Glaze, which is a thinner product,
Uh-huh.
and we have reinforced fillers that we use. It has the milled fiberglass in there,
Okay.
and then we have a full line of adhesives that can go in here too. So
Okay.
there's quite a few products that we can run through here.
Okay.
And I can get you guys a list of that.
Okay, so,
Yep.
so if there's a chip in this piece of wood here,
Yep.
and I wanna fill it, this is the product I would use.
It depends on the size of the chip, but yes,
Yeah.
typically we can go to about a 1/4 inch.
Okay.
And then if it's deeper than that, you can still fill it, but you need to do it in steps.
Several
You don't
stages.
you don't
Sure.
want to put too much in it at one time. And you put it in on an angle. Okay, if that doesn't, yep, it locked in. And you just twist,
Wow.
And
and
that's
it's
it.
ready to go.
Put
Okay,
this sucker up and
what
then
we'll
you
need to
guys-
do is we'll need to grab a fitting for this. And then we are ready to go. Right fitting for you. We got a little air leak there, that's because I didn't put any type of, on there, but we'll get the gist of it. So this is our Glaze product.
Right.
And notice when I pull the trigger, the cartridge will.
Wow.
Okay. You can see it comes out mist.
Awesome.
That's great.
Like
Now, how
right-
long, what kind of drying time?
Well, like I mentioned, it's usually about 3 to 5 minutes,
Yeah.
working time. What happens though, it depends on the humidity.
Yeah.
And the outside temperature. That's what I need.
That's all you need.
So if that was gonna be your total job, your total, area that you needed to fix,
Well,
I would go back to the old school.
Yeah, but
method.
you know what? You may have 10 of these. You may
Well,
have
there you
30
go,
of these.
there you go. And that's how I like to do it. I like to stage the jobs. And see, that product here is our Glaze. If
Now,
you needed
what's
to-
the, now, you may have to come back to this several times because what's the shrinkage on this?
Well, so that was what I just was starting to bring
Yeah.
up. So because of the depth of that product,
Exactly.
we may want to go with
So you
either
may have a
our
little shrinkage.
reinforced filler to,
Yeah.
to strengthen it,
Yeah,
or we would go ahead with our fillers that are thicker.
thicker. Okay, so you have options.
Yeah, 'cause this here is for your more for
So you do get a little
fine
shrinkage on it.
scratches. Yes.
You do get a little
There's-
shrinkage on it.
yeah.
So you may have to come back here an hour later and hit it again.
Actually, probably about
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yep, 10 to 15 minutes is our typical dry time before you start fixing.
Okay. How much before? 10 minutes or something?
About 10 to 15, yeah. Once again, it depends on the humidity. So let's say we're done for the day. Or let's say you wanted to put another product on here, you're done with your glaze.
Right.
So what you would need to do here, this is nice because it's gonna indicate on the cartridge how much is left.
Okay.
Okay?
Where is that on the side
See
there?
on the cartridge, you got
Okay,
the
so I
numbers
see
there.
that. Okay,
And then
yeah.
all you need to do is you need to push this down.
Yeah.
And then you just do the opposite, you twist it off, remove it, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this store it with this, so we don't have to worry about contamination getting down into those holes that I showed you earlier. And then what we
But
would
Scott,
do.
this is gonna dry now.
Yes,
All right,
so
so-
this is all that's gonna harden, is
So basically, you
this
just take
mixing
the
head.
cap off
Yep,
and it's
And
ready
do a
to
new
go
cap
again.
in,
and you
right?
grab yourself a new mixing head.
Gotcha. Gotta love these engineers, they think of everything,
Oh, yes.
you know?
And then sanding too, this product, all of our products sand very easily.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Really
important
fine
for us.
powder, yeah.
Because you gotta realize after we do this work, we're gonna be putting the finish on it.
Yeah,
Right,
and
you
you don't
see.
want to see that imperfection or any
Yeah,
type of a
yeah.
hump.
They showed us two good products, you know, I'm gonna talk to our foreman about this. And,
Perfect.
I'm sure there's a spot for that.
And
This product
yes.
for sure, we'll probably purchase it. if you guys, I don't know when you do the classes, but if you do a class, we would like to attend.
Okay.
Okay.
We would send 2 or 3 guys.
You got it.
Excellent.
I'm on it. I'm on the case for
We'll
you.
get that figured out for you.
Great.
No.
All right, do I get to keep that now?
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna
that.
bill me, or you want me to write you a check now?
No, you keep that and I'll have Jeff bill
Oh,
you.
all right, great.
Yeah, but we'll have, we'll have Jeff bill you.
You
keep
got
it
it.
and I'll have Jeff bill
Don't
you.
forget the discount.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Well, thank you, Polina,
All
showing
right,
us. Thank
you
you,
got it.
Polina.
Thank you.
This was great.